Eckerhoff takes it right at Jarman, and Nick says, not in my paint. Warner Smith for three. Yes, Aaron Smith hits the three.
Rich Rebel basketball is on.
After another 20-win season and a 10th consecutive appearance in the semifinals, the Rebels have their sights set on getting back to the championship game for what would be the third time in 4 years.
Reagan gets it back, fires underneath, pretty pass. Porter Weston with the finish.
Coach Ashley Brown leads the Rebels back onto the hardwood.
Clark with the offensive board. His put back, front of the rim, drops over the top and in.
And with two of last year's top scorers returning, the Rebels are ready to run.
3-2, Jordan Cook in the lane. One floats it up and in at the buzzer, Jordan Cook.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
Outside right wing, Cameron Calder from downtown, he hits.
Rich High School Hoops is brought to you by
the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Rich works it around and finds Jarman inside. Perfect pass from Osler. Easy finish by Nick Jarman. Nick has 15 points. 12 rebounds, 5 blocks.
And now, Rebel Round Ball fans.
Left wing, Trineri for three. Yes, Case and Trineri from downtown.
Tie up the horses and turn up the volume as we head courtside to join the voice of the Rich Rebels, Ryan Steineckert.
Anderson, left wing, fakes the three, drives in, puts it up off the glass and in. Good afternoon and welcome, Rebel fans, to the pregame show presented by Gary H. Tusher, CPA for all your accounting needs. Call 208-847-2601. That's 208-847-2601. Tonight, the Rebels step out of Region 22 play and step into 3A classification play. It's a battle on the hardwood against the South Summit Wildcats. Tip-off is set for 5 p.m. In the meantime, we have your Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
When you need to hire a semi, Sabey Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Sabey have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Sabey Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Sabey Trucking, 435-503-0454.
We're back on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Gary H. Tusher in Montpelier, Idaho, CPA for all your accounting needs. Rebel JV team battling. This is a quality JV South Summit team, and South Summit won the freshman game in dominant fashion. Won by a score of 72-32. In the JV game, the Rebels down 47-36. Varsity action coming up in a few minutes. First, your scene set here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Rebels are coming off a win last night over the Manila Mustangs in Region 22 play, 61-50. Rebels were down by 4 at the half, but used a 14-3 run in the third quarter to gain the lead and then held on to it from then on out. Also outscored Manila 22-18 in the fourth. Nick Jarman, 13 points, 25 rebounds in the game, 7 blocks as well, helping the Rebels to victory. Aaron Smith finished with 7 points, or 21 points rather, a couple of rebounds. And Kenan Clark had 14 points and 9 boards as well. So it's a nice performance from Rich. They got a big play down inside, out-rebounded Manila in a big way. I think 46-22, something along those lines as far as the rebounding went. Rich did Coach Brown challenged his team to out-rebound Manila, and they sure did. So the Rebels with that win improved to 10-3 overall and 2-0 in Region 22 play. Meanwhile, the South Summit Wildcats come into this game at 10-6, and on a 2-game winning streak. They won both their games this week against very good opponents, teams that have been ranked and or are ranked in the top 5 in 3A this week, or currently. Beat Judge Memorial on Wednesday night, 61-53, and then last night a emotional win at Summit Academy, 66-57. So South Summit improves to 10-6 overall. They're 2-2 in 3A Region 13. And making the jump to 3A. They've always been 2A or smaller in past years, but up to 3A now with reclassification. 2 state titles in South Summit's basketball history, 1976 in 1A, and then they won it in 2010 over Waterford as a member of the 2A classification. Coach Dusty Hatch is in his 9th season at the helm of this South Summit program, and in those 9 seasons, they've been very good. I mentioned the state title in 2010. In 11-12, they went second. In the next year, or in 10-11, they finished second. The next year, 6th, then 5th, then 3rd. They finished 3rd again in 2014-15. The last 2 years, they lost out in consolation, but you put that on his resume: a state championship, a runner-up, 2 third-place finishes. Dusty Hatch doing a nice job here at South Summit, and we'll hear from him here in a little bit on our T7 Propane and Woodruff Coaches Show. The last time these teams met was at Rich High School about a year ago, actually a little bit less, February 11th, and the Rebels held South Summit to just 39 points in the game. You got the feeling, though, that the Wildcats had a lot more shooting capability than they got that night. Just an off night for several of their shooters. Only 2 players in double figures. Caden Atkinson, a senior last year, had 11 points, and Nick Beasley had 10. And for the Rebels, Nick Jarman, 18 points, 9 rebounds. Aaron Smith had 13. Payson Willis, 11 points and 9 boards. And again, Rich won that one, 54-39. Now, looking back at the history of these 2 teams, the last several games have been all Rich. I think the Rebels have won 5 of the last 6. But in the history of this matchup, going back to the 01-02 season, it's about even. Rebels with 6 wins, South Summit with 5 wins. South Summit won the first 3 matchups in 2002, 3, and 4. Then Rich won a couple. South Summit won it in 2011. Rich won 3 in a row. Last time Rich played here in Camas, it was an overtime loss, 71-69. Mitch Jarman had a chance to win it at the buzzer and missed just short on a long 3-point basket attempt. And I think he finished that night with 27 or 29 points. It was a great performance from Jarman and the Rebels, but they came up just short. That's your scene set. Rebels, of course, the visiting team tonight. They'll be in the road blues. South Summit in the home whites. And it's the Wildcats hosting the Rich Rebels tonight in Camas at South Summit High School. Snowy Saturday afternoon and evening, and that's your scene set. You're tuned into the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. We'll continue after the break with our standout student, Taya Peterson. That's coming up when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today. Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome back to the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. This tax season, call Gary H. Tusher. He'll help you out with all your accounting needs. 208-847-2601. That's 208-847-2601. Tip-off is set for 5 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier than that because the JV and freshman games have gone quickly. JV game, just a minute 55 left to go. Rebels trail by 7 in the 4th quarter. Stay tuned. We've got your standout student, Taya Peterson, when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Welcome back to the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Tonight it's a non-region battle as Rich is at South Summit, the 3A team this season at 10-6. Overall, 2-2 in their Region 13 play. Time for your standout student here on KADQ and mylocalradio.com. Ryan STEINECKERT with junior Taya Peterson at Rich High School. Taya, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.
How's your junior year going?
It's pretty good, actually. Best year, I feel like, so far.
What's made it to the best year so far?
I don't know, just the fact that I only have like a year left, so that's good.
You're getting closer to the end. Makes it better?
Yeah, a lot better.
What else has been good this year? What are you enjoying?
Volleyball and college classes and, yeah, managing wrestling and band.
When did you first start playing volleyball?
I think like 6th grade and then, yeah, so in middle school.
And how did mostly JV, right? How did you guys do?
We did pretty good. I can't really remember, but yeah, I think it was pretty good.
How did you get into managing the wrestling team?
Well, my brother wrestled for, I think, since middle school, and then my dad always drove the bus for him, so then I was always there anyway, so I was like, it gives me something to do in the wintertime.
Do you like doing it? Has that kept you going back?
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, it's way fun.
What responsibilities do you have as the manager?
Either writing down stats or videoing the matches, and that's pretty much it.
And then you said you golf, right?
Yeah.
How's the golf team looking for this spring?
I feel like we'll do pretty good because we got 2nd at state last year. And, yeah, and from improving this year after the season during state, I feel like we should do way good.
And the band, you're doing the pep band?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
What instruments do you play?
The piano, sometimes the drums, the bass, and the trumpet. Yeah.
Is that all?
I don't know. There could be more. I just don't remember.
Taya, have you played any of those for longer than any others? Did you start taking piano lessons when you were younger?
Yeah, I started taking piano lessons when I was 6. So, 10 years, yeah.
So, of the songs that the band plays, what's your favorite?
I don't know. I honestly like all of them pretty equally. There's not one that I absolutely hate and not one that I'm like, oh, it's my favorite.
Do you have a certain kind of music that you like to play on the piano, a certain artist, or classical music or what?
I feel like more, I don't like really classical or anything like that, but anything that will pump them up for when you're playing. I feel like that's funner to play at games.
How about for you personally, when you go home, sit down, and you just want to work on a song or play something? Is there a certain type of music you like most?
No, just anything that sounds cool, I guess.
What classes are you taking? Are you doing any college classes?
Yeah, right now I'm in college classes, biology and psychology.
And are you working toward an associate's or just getting ahead with a few college classes?
I'm working towards an associate's.
How much tougher is that than the last couple of years?
Honestly, I like it better in a weird way. I don't know why, but I like it.
How do you feel like the wrestling team's doing this year?
I feel like they're doing pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
Do you learn a lot of the moves and takedowns and things like that, or is that just kind of a peripheral? You don't really worry about that?
Well, it kind of depends. Some things I know, but then other things I don't really care. I don't pay that much attention to. So, yeah.
So you got the band, you got the volleyball, wrestling management, the golf. Are you doing the musical?
No, I'm not doing the musical.
Have you done the musical in the past?
Yeah, I did it for the past 2 years, but then this year with college classes, I couldn't fit it in with band and that, so it just kind of wasn't an option really.
Are you sad about that, or you're okay with it?
I'm a little bit sad, but at the same time, it's what do you do? Nothing I can do about it.
You said you're working toward an associate's degree. Do you have plans in place for once you graduate from Rich High School, where you're going on from here?
Yeah, I was planning on going to Utah State, and like right now I was thinking about doing something like involved with like computer sciences, something like that.
What draws you toward that?
I don't really know. I just think it'd be interesting and kind of something I've always thought was cool. So,
Taya, is there anything else we should know about you?
Nope, not that I know.
What to you is the best thing about being a Rich Rebel?
Everything, and how well everybody gets along, and all the sports are amazing. So, yeah.
Junior Taya Peterson at Rich High School. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck with the rest of the school year, getting your associates and everything else.
Thank you.
Thanks, Taya. You're tuned in to the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. When we return, we'll visit with the bench leaders of today's teams in the T7 Propane in Woodruff Coaches Show. It's Rich and Sal Summit. We'll talk with Sal Summit's coach Dusty Hatch when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
This is Rich Rebel head basketball coach Ashley Brown here on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and we're about 15 minutes away from the opening tip here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show.
Welcome to the Ashley Brown Coaches Show, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, 435-793-4208. It's another region game for the Rich Rebel boys basketball team. They come into this one at 9-3, and the last 8 meetings against the Manila Mustangs have been all Rebels. Rich has won those last 8 games against Manila by an average score of 64-37. But the Mustangs come into this game at 12-1. They beat Tabby last week, and they're looking tough. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Mike Hughes, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Ashley Brown and get his thoughts on tonight's game. You're tuned in to Rich High School basketball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Ryan STEINECKERT with Dusty Hatch, head coach of the South Summit Wildcats. Coach, thanks for your time. Tell me about your season so far, how things going.
We've been playing better as of late. To start the season, we were in every game, so Bear River's the only game that we've really been beaten badly. I think they beat us by 25 points, but other than that, we've had opportunities. We could very easily have only lost one game so far this year. So we're learning how to finish games at the end. And, you know, to be honest, it took us till after Christmas break to try to get past football. We've been celebrating seems like every week they're doing something with football, and so we've been trying to get past that and get our focus on basketball. And this last week, I thought we've overcome that. We beat Judge Memorial on Wednesday, and we beat Summit Academy last night. Both really good teams, both really close games, but we learned how to finish games, and that's what we haven't been doing so far this year. So hopefully we've gotten over that hump.
Who do you bring back with experience from last year?
Ryan Griffin is a senior that played last year. Didn't get a lot of minutes. A lot of these kids that were playing this year they weren't starters. So I think we have one kid that was a starter, and that's Bruce Mitchell that started last year. But the rest of the kids didn't start, but they got a lot of time, and so they do have some experience. Ryan Griffin's played well for us. He's a senior. Justin Worthen has played well for us as a senior. And then Kel Atkinson is just solid for us. I mean, great defender. Scores when he has to. He doesn't really look to score. We put him mostly in a defensive role, and he accepts that. And so he's kind of the heart and soul of our team right now. And and then Bruce plays well for us as well, but he's a huge kid. He's 6'5", 260 pounds. He takes up a lot of space in the paint, so and likes to move guys around. So we have a well-rounded team. Any given night, someone can play badly or someone can play really well for us.
How much of a change has it been moving up to 3A? I know you Summit Academy was in your region last year, weren't they? And you're probably seeing some of the same teams, but some others that you haven't played in a long time.
What we've noticed is a lot of the teams in 3A, like your Morgan is really, really good. They start 5 guys that are exceptional basketball players. They're ranked number 1 in 3A right now. Summit Academy was ranked 2nd. Grantsville was ranked 4th, all in our region. So, and to start the season, Judge was ranked 5th. So to start the season, we had 4 of the 5 teams in our region ranked. But what I have noticed is that they have, like, the quality of their starters is so much better than what we were facing in 2A. In 2A, you'd have 2, maybe 3 kids that were decent players. In 3A, you get 4 to 5 guys that start that are quality basketball players. So, we're trying to match that and overcome that in a lot of cases. But you know what? I have 5 guys that play really well as well. And then when you get to your bench, then it's, hit and miss.
You've had some good battles with Rich over the years. Last year, they handled you pretty well at home, really played a good defensive game. But 2 years ago, last time they came here, you beat them in overtime. What are you expecting tonight?
The same thing. Yeah. I mean, they are like my kryptonite. I have a hard time beating Coach Brown. He's a great coach, does a great job. Great man, too. I really think highly of him. But, Rich is what South Summit used to be. And that's not to say that South Summit is bad. I think we have a quality program, but Rich they just flat out play people. They work really hard. They're well disciplined. They run good stuff. They execute it very well. I think I've only beaten, this is my 9th year coaching, and I think I've beaten Coach Brown once. So, and the one year we had a 25-point lead here at halftime, and he come back and beat us in. So I expect this will be a great game, close, which will be good for both of us. I think we both, that's why we schedule these games, is because generally, with the exception of last year when Rich kind of took it to us up there, the games are generally close and it's good competition, and it prepares us for what we face in our region.
Coach Dusty Hatch of the South Summit Wildcats, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight and through the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. We're about 10 minutes away from the tip-off in today's action, and you're tuned into the Ashley Brown Coaches Show, presented by T7 Propane in Woodruff. We'll visit with Rebel head coach Ashley Brown on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment. Repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture. Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Welcome back to the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Rebels and the South Summit Wildcats are out on the court running through their warm-ups. We got about 7-8 minutes until tip-off. We're in the middle of the T7 Propane and Woodruff Coaches Show, and we'll be right back with Rebel headman Ashley Brown on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
Ryan Steineckert with Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels. Coach, I thought you had a good win last night, especially second half. You guys played well.
Yeah, we struggled a little bit in the first half with taking care of the basketball, and it showed. And then the second half, the kids got more focused. They took care of the basketball better, and we did play a very good second half.
What else did you tell them at halftime? Did they need to be more aggressive? What needed to change?
We were very passive again with the basketball. We wouldn't use our dribble on offense. We just would try to pass the ball across court, and Manila would just wait for us to do that, and then they'd go steal it. And, and when teams play and they're that wide in a zone, you have to be able to penetrate gaps, and we didn't do that in the first half, and it hurt us offensively.
Do you feel like especially against better teams, you just need to be more consistent? Is that an issue right now?
Yeah, it is, We have our moments where we're very good, and then we have moments where we struggle. And, when you play a good team, it kills you. And that happened last night. We were down, I think, 4 or something at halftime. And, and then we came out and more consistent in the second half and played better, and we were able to come out with a win.
I said it 2 or 3 times in the fourth quarter that if that had been a 1 or 2 point game, you guys have given it away by missing free throws. But mostly overall this season, though, you've been good from there.
Yeah, we struggled last night. We'd step up there and make 1 or 2 foul shots. And, in close games, you can't do that. And that's why we practice so many foul shots during the week, is because they're very important. And, like you said, if it had been a 1 or 2 point game last night, we probably would have been in trouble.
Ultimately, though, you got the win, beat Manila on your home court. You're 2-0 in the region.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. We knew going in there that Manila's a good team. One of their things they always like to try to do is to beat Rich. And they played hard and they did some good things. But I thought our kids battled up for 4 quarters, and we were able to come out with our second win in the region.
You really dominated them on the glass, especially Jarman, 25 rebounds.
Yeah, going in, I kind of challenged them that, Manila thinks that's the reason they've been beat the last few years is because of rebounding. And I said that's one of the big things we need to do tonight. And Nick was great on the boards. He got lots of rebounds for us, and we needed him.
You're going to need them tonight against a South Summit team that's up in 3A now. They're competing well, especially the last week or two. They've looked really good.
Yeah, they're a very good team. They're going to be able to spread the floor and shoot threes. They will rebound well. They'll be physical. So a great test for us, this time of the year.
Well, do you know anything else about them? Are they big? They have a lot of size. You said they spread the ball well, and they'll shoot the three. What else do you know?
That's about all I know. We played them this summer, and they beat us pretty good. And I don't know. In the summer, it's hard to tell because you don't know if they have all their kids there. But, they were all able to shoot the three. They were able to rebound. They're very aggressive defensively. They're a very good team. They're very well coached. So, it's going to be a great challenge for us tonight.
Do you see an obvious difference in, the competition, like defensive intensity and pressure and things like that from 1A competition and then jumping up against 3A?
Yeah. I think that's the very biggest difference is they're just more aggressive. They work hard on defense all the time. They do things right, and it makes it a lot harder for you, on offense when teams do that to you.
What do you need to see your team do tonight? I mean, obviously you want to get the win, but playing up in competition, maybe you don't expect that. What do you want to see tonight from the boys?
I expect them to play hard. I expect them to do things right. We're midway through the season. They know what we expect out of them. That's what we want to see tonight. We expect them to compete, and we expect them to do well tonight.
It's cold and snowy outside. Hopefully the shooting hands are hot in the gym tonight.
Yep, that would be great.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
I don't think that's all.
Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels, thanks for your time, and good luck tonight against South Summit.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach. That's the end of the T7 Propane in Woodruff Coaches Show. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. Today's tip-off is less than 5 minutes away. You're tuned in to Rich High Rebel Basketball on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for. There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference.
You've been tuned in to the pregame show brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA for all your accounting needs. One more quick break. We'll be back with the opening tip-off in today's game on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha, in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
Welcome back. You've been tuned into the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Real quick, legal ID, and we'll be back.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
They're jumped into the starting lineups here, so we'll jump into our Town of Woodruff starting lineups as they lower the lights and do a little routine, some fun entertainment for the South Summit Wildcats. The visiting Rich Rebel starters are seniors Cameron Calder, Aaron Smith, Jordan Cook, Kennan Clark, and Nick Jarman. Jarman and Smith leading the way at just 13 points a game. Jarman 13.5, Aaron Smith at 13. The starters for the South Summit Wildcats, so come in at 10-6 overall this season. A little bit different starting lineup tonight. We'll see a couple of real contributors off the bench, including Caden Atkinson and, or let's see, not Caden Atkinson, but Cale Atkinson and Bruce Mitchell, but they're not getting the start tonight. Starters are junior Jared Danzy and seniors Parker Graycheck, Jackson Lashy, Ryan Griffin, and Justin Worthen. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Saby, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell. Real quickly, your Rich County keys of the game. Number one, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Rebels have to set or at least match the intensity, the perimeter defense, the energy that South Summit will bring tonight. Number two is perimeter play. Rebels have to take care of the ball, be good on the perimeter defensively and offensively. And three is watch out for the big three. Those guys are Ryan Griffin, Justin Worthen, and Cale Atkinson, all at about 11 to 14 points a game. Those are the big three that Rich has to be aware of tonight. Those keys are brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. The tip goes high. Jarman's back on the floor before anybody gets to it, and South Summit ends up winning it. They're out on the right wing and working around to the left wing. Worthen, the senior. Coach Hatch told me he had not started most of this season. In fact, got cut as a sophomore or as a freshman and as a sophomore, worked his way back into onto the team, and says he's one of the best players this season. Out on the left wing, Worthen with it. South Summit in the home whites, Rebels in the road blues. Shot from the left side is a bit short by Parker Grayjack, and Nick Jarman has the Rebel rebound. That was off the glass and then to the iron and dropped down into the hands of Nick Jarman. Smith on the top of the key. Rebels attacking left to right in the road blues. Little back cut. Jordan Cook across the lane looking for Aaron Smith. Knocked away out of bounds. Smith touched it last, and Rich has their first turnover of the contest. You can see on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard, you'll see those numbers and scores. We'll also adjust that scoreboard a little bit here in a bit so you can see the fouls on the red column for the Rebels, which are on the right side. Here's Worthen from the top of the key, three-point shot. Rims out, and Jarman pulls down his second rebound. Jarman had 25 of those last night in the win over Manila. Kinnan Clark, give and go. Calder, a lot of contact, no foul. Jarman, the offensive board, put back up off the glass is good, and the Rebels lead 2-0 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Again, just underway here in this first quarter, brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstones has it all. Worthen skips it across right wing to Danzy. Jared gives down in the corner. Here's a little bit of a drive, and then that's cut off. Kicked back up top to Lashy, and then a drive and a scoop with the left hand by Ryan Griffin. That's good. Up off the glass, rolls around and drops down through, and we're tied. 2-2 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Calder out on the right wing. Gives to a cutting Aaron Smith. He misses a bit strong, and the rebound pulled down. A big, strong rebound by Grayjack. Wildcats push the other way, and up and under goes Griffin. Jarman reached out for the block but couldn't get it, and South Summit leads 4-2 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Rebels Cook trapped outside and just about passed it away. Somehow got it back from Lashy. Rebels work it back to the right side, inside to Jarman. Tries to back in, goes up high off the glass. Good kiss at a funny angle, but he got it to work, and we are tied at 4 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Jarman with a second bucket of the game. Lashy, left corner. Griffin drives in, goes through Aaron Smith, throws it up top. Calder tries to chase it down, can't get it. Pass right side. Pull-up jumper, Danzy from 15 feet on the right angle. And South Summit leads 6-4 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Again, just underway, about 3 minutes into the the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Smith looking for the pick and roll with Clark. Now Clark goes down in the post, pivots around, goes up with the left hand and got it. Kinnan Clark with the basket, and we're tied back up at 6 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Clark's really come into his own the last few games. Out on the right wing, Worthen nowhere to go, backs it out, kicks it right corner. Danzy fakes the shot, step back three, no, too strong, back of the iron. Long rebound out to Lashy. He'll dish it off. 3-point shot from the corner, and the lefty Parker Grayjack knocks down the triple. 9-6, South Summit on top. Rebels try to go inside and turn it over. Second turnover of the first quarter. And the other way, missed layup, but an offensive rebound by Lashy, and his putback is just up and in, nothing but net. Right at the hoop. 11-6, Rebels trail. And this is about how it went in the JV game. The Rebels had way too many turnovers. Back on the other end, Rebels get the entry pass to Jarman, who skies up and floats it up and in. A little bit of a fadeaway, and Rich is within 3, 11-8 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Up right corner or right wing, they go to Worthen. He'll take a couple of dribbles, look inside, no passing lane there. Gives to Danzy instead. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Griffin drives on Jarman, stops, get Jarman off his feet. Misses short, but pulls down his own rebound. He'll lob it back outside. Grayjack then kicks it back into the corner. Worthen misses short on the 3. Danzy, or Jackson Lashy knifes in for the offensive rebound, but it's stripped away by Cook. Rebels work it up court, kick it out right wing to Calder, who can't get the shot to go. A bit too strong from the right wing 3. A travel by Griffin. He gets away with it and finishes on the right side. 13-8. That was an NBA extra step. Let it play. Calder around the top to the left wing. Rebels give to Cook on the right wing. One of the Rebel fans just shouted out, "Quit standing around. Let's get some movement, guys." Rebels go inside. Jarman hooks it up and in. Nick Jarman, 8 points, keeping the Rebels in this one. 8 of the Rebels' 10 points to start this game. Rich trails 13-10 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Left wing, Lashy. They lob it to inside. Griffin goes up strong and gets the shot over Kinnan Clark, off the glass and in. And Rebels have got to find a way to be a little better defensively so far. Giving up a lot of points early on. Aaron Smith, a deep three, splashes it home. A Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer. Brought to you by Dr. Dallas Clark at Pro Physical Therapy. Drive by Lashy to the hoop, gets the shot over the outstretched hands of Nick Jarman. 17-13. South Summit extends their lead back to 4. Cook out on the right wing. South Summit also in a man-to-man defense. Jarman pulls up right elbow and knocks it down. Nick Jarman has started this game hot already with 10 points, 3 rebounds in the contest, but Rich trails by 2, 17-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Brown shouting from the sideline, stay on your guys. Good fake by Danzy, but it's stripped away by Smith off of Danzy's leg, out of bounds. The official starts to say South Summit basketball, then reverses his call. And although the body of Danzy blocked my view, I believe it looked to me like that was the right call. Anderson will inbound. Jared just checked into the game. Porter Weston also just checked in. So it's Anderson, Smith, Calder, Jarman, and Weston on the floor. Cale Atkinson just checked in for South Summit. Weston at the high post, right elbow. Spins around, pivots, turns, tries to attack. He's cut off, bounces back outside to Smith. Bruce Mitchell also just checked in. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, he's that big boy, 265 pounds. Jarman in the lane. Turnaround skyhook short, or just a bit too long off the back of the iron, and Mitchell with the rebound. Back the other way, up with the layup. Nice pass across the lane, and Justin Worthen finishes. Back to a 4-point South Summit lead with under a minute to go in this Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Smith to the left side. Crossover dribble in the lane, floats it just a bit short. Fight for the rebound. Griffin had it. It was knocked away. Weston came up with it. Anderson goes strong to the hoop. Looked like he may have been fouled, but no whistle, and then it was short on the shot. He battled for it and knocked it out of bounds to South Summit. 23-22. Seconds left in this first quarter. Danzy, right wing. Over to Atkinson. Cale skips it across to Danzy on the left wing. Jared kicks it back to Atkinson. He'll drive, get through the D, float it up and miss short. Jarman a 4th rebound for Rich. Calder looks at the clock, crosses the timeline, dribbles to his right, attacks the hoop all the way to the basket. He puts it in just before the buzzer. Cameron Calder. Great awareness and the nice finish. And Rich is within 2 at the end of 1. Brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstone's is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Rebels with the basketball to start the second quarter. Our first quarter was brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Weston, right corner to Calder, bounces into Jarman. He backs in strong, then misses short against Mitchell. Jarman kind of chuckling to himself as he heads back up court to play defense, and knows that was one that he should have hit. Let's get the Stacy's Repair scoreboard back up there for you. Rebels down by 2. Griffin dribbles to the free throw line. Rebels stay in a man-to-man defense. Calder picks the pocket of Worthen, goes to the other end, fouled, and he can't quite finish. But Worthen fouled him from the right side, and here come our first free throws of the night. Nice little Bear Lake, or Station in Randolph steal by Cameron Calder. The Station in Randolph is here for your convenience needs. Of course, we're in 3A basketball now, so Rebels looking at 3 officials on the court. Calder, first Bear Lake Realty free throw, back of the iron and drops through. Rich with a chance to tie after Calder's steal. Maybe a candidate for your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. Calder, the steal, hits both Bear Lake Realty free throws, and we're tied at 19. Up to the right wing. They kick it around. Worthen hands off to Griffin. Ryan dribbles to his right, then steps back and drains the three. Nothing but net for Ryan Griffin, who has 11 points in the ball game. I don't know for sure if the Rebels had switched to his own defense, but now they pass it away. Worthen takes it away on a lazy pass, goes to the other end, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, misses again with the left hand, and then he's fouled as he pulls down a second rebound and wanted to go up for a third shot attempt. And it's Porter Weston on the foul. First foul of the game against Rich. The intensity, both teams playing hard, not to take away anything from how the teams are playing, but boy, you can tell it's not a region game like when Rich played Manila last night. Out on the right corner, Atkinson, they swing it back up top. Rebels stay in the man-to-man defense or switch back to it. Danzy dribbles left. Rebels switching on picks, and as the Wildcats go a three-man weave, Smith picks it away from Griffin, but then he gets it back, dishes off to Mitchell on the drive. He misses that shot. Griffin goes over the back to knock it away from Jarman out of bounds, and that's a Rebel team rebound. And Rich takes it out of bounds with 6:33 left in the J-Bar Auto second quarter. The PA man just said, basket's good? No, not quite. Aaron Smith bounces left corner to Anderson. Jared dribbles to his right, bounces through the pick. Weston runs into the wall of Bruce Mitchell, somehow gets a pass off to Nick Jarman, who finishes. That's 265 pounds. Not a lot of guys in 1A are bigger than Porter Weston, but boy, Bruce Mitchell definitely bigger than Weston. Danzy steps back, shoots and hits the three, and Calder lucky that he wasn't called for the foul as well, as he made contact after the shot. Rebels push back the other way. Can't find anything open, so they reset and set up the half-court offense. Rebels attacking left to right in this J-Bar Auto second quarter. Anderson gives to Smith. Pressure way out high on the perimeter. Aaron gives to Jarman. Nick looks inside, nothing there. Now Calder bounces into Weston, and help side defense strips the ball away. Atkinson passes ahead to Mitchell, who takes about 17 steps and then lays it in. And it's 27-21. He rumbled, bumbled, and stumbled through the lane with the ball, and looked like a travel to me, but no whistle. Smith splits the D, ball poked away. He gets it back, goes into the corner. Jared fakes the three, and then it goes off the leg of Atkinson, out of bounds. Rebel basketball. Hagen Miles comes to check in. The junior averages 0.6 points per game. Getting a little time here as the Rebels trail by 6. Rich with Anderson. Cook just checked back in. Clark also just back in. Jarman step back jumper from the left elbow about 15 feet out, knocks it down off the back of the iron and down through. 23 points for Rich, and 14 of those from Nick Jarman. Rich down by 4, 27-23. Up on the left wing, Jake Rydalch, the sophomore, or the junior rather, gives to Danzy, back to Rydalch. He'll give to Danzy again. Rebels in a 2-3 zone defense. South Summit works it around, back and forth. Now they go right wing, long three-point attempt, rims out. Danzy the offensive rebound, but Cook pokes it away and takes it up court. Defense got back, so Jordan will slow it down, set up the half court to Anderson on the left wing. Cook with a station in Randolph steal. Maybe we'll just credit him with a rebound. Rebels slow it down, work it up top. Man-to-man defense for South Summit. Jordan dribbles to his left, gives to Aaron. Smith bounces to Jarman, 27-23. Nick turns right, goes back, or turns left, went back to his right, then kicks it outside. Cook for three, bit strong, and Mitchell with the rebound. He had position, and nobody was going to challenge that. Good shot attempt from Cook. Here's Danzy, just off center on the left side. Work it around. Atkinson, Danzy, free throw line. Mitchell back outside. Atkinson again for three. Aaron Smith goes up and pulls down. The Rich Rebel rebound, his first of the day. Aaron averages about 4 of those per game. He'll pull up from deep and knock it down. Aaron Smith with a splash to bring the Rebels within one, 27-26, a pro physical therapy three-pointer brought to you by Dr. Dallas Clark. Danzy on the right wing. They go into the middle, high post, work it around, quick three, left wing, too strong, long rebound, Jordan Cook. I'm going to credit that as his third Rebel rebound of the game. Cook to Smith on the left wing. Rebels maybe looking for some Bear Lake physical therapy points in the paint. They look for Clark, but it's poked away from behind on a lot of contact from Miles, but Rich gets it back. Cook hesitates, dribbles to his right to the wing, he picks up the dribble. Now he's looking for something, finds Smith across on the left side. 3 minutes to go in the J-Bar Auto second quarter. Cook again picks up the dribble, bounces up top to Clark. He'll give back to Jordan. Dribbles left to the wing, picks up the dribble again, looking for something, gives to Clark, almost poked away by Miles, and are you kidding me? He said he went over and back, got a toe on the line. There's a lot of contact there by Miles. He's getting away with a lot. That's one of our Rich County keys of the game. The refs are not going to call it. Rebels have to match that intensity, that physicality of South Summit. Now, so far, Rich has taken care of the ball well. Normally, one of our keys is the golden rule, take care of the ball like it's gold. And Rich with 5 turnovers in the game. I've got South Summit with 2. 2:33 left, J-Bar Auto second quarter. Danzy bounces right side. Atkinson into the corner. They go to Miles, and he'll shoot. Blocked by Jarman from behind. Rebound touched last by Bruce Mitchell out of bounds. Jarman had 7 blocks last night in the win over Manila. That's his first in this contest. And now South Summit will apply some full court pressure. They pressed in the freshman game through the third quarter despite being up by 30-plus points. Jarman gets around Mitchell but misses short, and the rebound by Hagan Miles. He'll let the traffic go on by and then pass it off. Rebels down by 1, 27-26 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Out on the left wing, Rydalch gives up top. Mitchell working around to Danzy on the right wing. Kason Trineri checks into the game for Rich, and he's at the top on the 2-3 zone. Mitchell partially blocked on the shot. He gets the rebound on the short shot and then puts it back up and in. Bruce Mitchell with 4 points. And that puts South Summit back up by 3, 29-26 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Cook out on the right wing, pressure right out on him. He'll dribble to his left and give to Smith. Aaron between the legs, dribbles to his right, fades from the right side, misses, but Trineri's there for the rebound, quickly goes back up and misses short. Clark fights for it. It looked like it went off the leg of Miles, but I must have seen that incorrectly, as it is out of bounds off of Rich and goes to South Summit. 1:28 left to go in the J-Bar Auto second quarter. Inbound. Lashy checked back in moments ago. Atkinson will dribble it slowly across the timeline. Minute 20 left in the second. Rebels down by 3. Rich back to a man-to-man defense. Mitchell up top, lobs inside, and he finds his man. Clark couldn't quite take it away, but they'll kick it back outside. Grayjack goes to Bruce Mitchell at the free throw line, misses short. Cook had it. It was stripped away. Then it passed inside to Smith. Quickly up ahead to Jarman for the 2. Nice, quick, fast break by Rich. Here's the long 3, and that one's long off the back of the iron. Long rebound out to Mitchell. Atkinson asking for the screen. Trineri fights through it. Atkinson goes to the hoop and misses, a bit too strong off the glass. Smith with the Rebel rebound. Pushes up to the right wing. Step back 3. Got it! Aaron Smith swishes it through. His third Pro Physical Therapy triple of the game, and Rich leads 31-29 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels taking care of the basketball. Aaron Smith shooting well. Nick Jarman scoring big time from inside, has 16 points already. Out on the right wing, Rebels back to a man-to-man defense. They've gone mostly man, a little bit of zone tonight. The zone has not seemed very effective, so they've stayed mostly in man-to-man. Man has been tough as well. South Summit's got some good scoring. At the right free throw line, they kick it left wing. 3-point shot just before the buzzer. An air-mailed shot. Kennan Clark pulls in the rebound just before the buzzer. And at the half, the Rebels lead 31-29 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This second quarter has been brought to you by J-Bar Auto. High-quality service at a fair price. Stay tuned. Our comprehensive family dental halftime show is coming up after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
One of the greatest things about living in Randolph, Utah is the friendly folks that live and operate business there. This is especially true at J-Bar Auto on Main Street in Randolph. Serving customers for years, J-Bar Auto provides high-quality service at a fair price, including vehicles large and small, tractors, and other types of equipment. J-Bar Auto also sells quality tires.
We appreciate all of our customers. Call us anytime. We're happy to help.
J-Bar Auto, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. Stop in today.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
A very nice first half comes to an end with the Rebels on top 31-29 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Welcome back to the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show. The Comprehensive Family Dental halftime show. I failed to mention we got into a little bit of a hurry during the pregame show and didn't touch on the goods on the wood, brought to you by Ned and Tammy Calder. And of course, here at South Summit, colors are green and white, and a very nice gym here. The facility is real fun. Good crowd here for a Saturday. In fact, I heard one of the students here at South Summit, one of the South Summit students say, "Man, I can't believe this many people came out on a Saturday." We probably have just about as many Rebel fans right here in front of me as South Summit fans, but most of the South Summit fans are out on the far side. So a good number of Rebels braved the weather, trekked through the snow, and got down here to Camas. At the half, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Jarman, 16 points, 5 boards. Aaron Smith, 9 points on 3 for 3 shooting from beyond the arc. And Rich leads 31-29 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Closed that first half on a 10-2 run. We're tuned into the halftime show. When we come back, we'll have the Town of Randolph first half highlights on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's the 2018 Mega Sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 Mega Sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Welcome back to the Comprehensive Family Dental Halftime Show, where the Rebels lead 31-29 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich closed out that second quarter on a 10-2 run. And it's time for some first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from the mayor and board members, along with the town clerk in the town of Laketown. Nick Jarman, 16 points, 5 rebounds, couple of blocks. Kenan Clark had a couple of points and a pair of rebounds as well. Jordan Cook, 3 rebounds. Aaron Smith, 9 points, 2 boards. Cameron Calder, 4 points, including a 2 right at the end of the first quarter that kept things closer. Rebels with that lead, 31-29 so far. South Summit's been led by Ryan Griffin's 11 points. 8 of those came in the first quarter. Rich outscored South Summit 14-10 in that second period. Also for South Summit, Bruce Mitchell with 4, Jared Danzy with 5, Parker Grajek 3, and Justin Worthen with 2. Now the third quarter coming up is an important quarter, and most recently the Rebels have been very good in the third. Last night they outscored Manila 14-3 in that third quarter. Looking back a little bit against ICS last Friday night, the Rebels outscored the Lions 26-11. Going back the night before, Rich outscored Westside 23-11 in the third quarter. And even going back the last time Rich played Bear Lake, January 4th, Rich outscored the Bears 19-7. So this third quarter, knock on wood, has been good. The Rebels have come out strong in this third quarter. We'll see if they can do that again and extend their lead. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back. This first half highlights have been brought to you by the town of Randolph. Good luck from Mayor Lynn Weston, board member Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. Back after this on the Comprehensive Family Dental Halftime Show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604. We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Welcome back. You've been tuned into the Comprehensive Family Dental Halftime Show. We're going to start this one a little bit quicker. We still had 30 seconds on the clock when they said, all right, let's get this thing back underway. Trying to make a record time finish in this game. South Summit with the basketball, and they work a 3-man weave. Aaron Smith pokes it away from the Wildcats. Goes to the other end. It was Jackson Lashy getting a little bit lackadaisical up there. Smith goes to the other end and scores, and Rich leads 33-29 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Griffin dribbling out at the top of the key. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. They work it around. Worthen, left side. Danzy. Rich switches on the man defense on screens or on movement across the top. The Wildcats give it back to Lashy, and nothing going there. He'll give it to Jackson again, or rather to Griffin. They kick it outside. Good ball movement. Worthen in the lane. Goes up, gets it over. Jarman, and a late whistle. Not sure where this was on. Blue 23. Jordan Cook on the foul. And that'll put Worthen on the line. First free throws of the game for South Summit. Justin Worthen, 2 points in the ball game. He's averaged 13 per game this season. Hits the first, back of the iron, down through. 7:01 left to go. Third quarter is brought to you by Epic Recreation. For your rentals in Bear Lake, visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. Worthen's second free throw, also good. Back of the iron and down through, same story. 33-31, Rich up by 2. Full court pressure from South Summit. Aaron Smith in the corner, bounces to Calder. Cameron up ahead to Jarman. Nick dribbles across the timeline, gives back to Calder. Left wing three is short, left side, back and bounces out in front. Worthen pulls down the rebound, gives to Danzy. Crossover dribble, kicks back outside. They work it around. Worthen rather wanted the three, but was not open. Instead, dishes off to Danzy to reset the offense. Cameron Calder steps in front, a station in Randolph Steele. He'll go to the other end, gets past the D, but misses too strong off the glass, and the rebound pulled down by Lashy. Wildcats go back up ahead quickly. Long pass across the lane. Worthen for three. Justin drains it, nothing but net, and South Summit is back on top, 34-33. They've outscored the Rebels 5-2 so far in this Epic Recreation third quarter. Aaron Smith, right wing to Cook. Jordan back to Smith, lobs inside. Jarman runs into the defense, shoots, and he's blocked by Worthen. But Aaron Smith answers with a quick steal. He'll take the three from the corner and drain it. Nothing but net for Aaron Smith. The station in Randolph Steele, and then the Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer. While South Summit was still celebrating the block, Smith said, I'll take that and I'll knock that down. Here's Worthen with the drive, misses. Jarman, the rebound for Rich. Up ahead, Calder looking inside, fires for Clark. He dishes off to Jarman in the lane. Ball poked away. Nick gets it back, fades away, and misses too strong off the back of the iron, but he's fouled. Gives Clark a high five on the pass, and Nick Jarman goes to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. I got to mark down that Aaron Smith shot of the game, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Aaron with the steal and then the step back three. Jarman hits the first Bear Lake Realty free throw. Rich leads by 3, biggest lead of the ball game for the Rebels. Led by 1 and 2, but now 3, and Jarman hits them both. Back of the iron, straight down through. It's Rich 38, South Summit 34 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard with 5:23 left in this Epic Recreation third quarter. Lashy out on the left wing, top of the key, gives to Grayjack. They work it around. Worthen on the right wing. Danzy, top of the key, looking left, looking right, nowhere to go. Rebels stay in the man-to-man defense. Worthen again up top. Griffin has been quiet in the second and third quarters, just one field goal in that early in the second. Worthen thought about a long three. Rebels still in that man-to-man defense, get out on him, and he doesn't take it. Danzy. It's almost like a zone defense with just a little more coverage and then following guys underneath. Nice move by Griffin, the up and under, got the defense in the air, and Griffin finishes. He's a smooth player, 38-36. Leading scorer on the team at almost 15 points a game is Ryan Griffin. 38-36, Rich up by 2. Aaron Smith dribbles to his right, steps back to the corner, looking inside, can't find a lane, now does find it to Jarman. Give and go back to Smith, kick out, Calder, right wing three. No, just a bit long, a back of the iron. Danzy with the rebound. Great look by Smith to hit Calder on the wing. Down inside, Lashy, they dish it back outside. Grayjack again to Lashy, and then he'll hand off to Danzy. Rich on top by 2 with 4:12 left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Lashy at the right wing. Bounces inside. He finds Griffin. Kick it back out. Grayjack, right corner. Danzy fakes the three. Steps in. Short corner jumper is good. Nothing but net for Jared Danzy, who has 7 points in the game, and we're tied back up at 38 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Cook crosses the timeline, dribbles left, attacks, floats it up, misses short. A lot of contact. I think he was trying to draw the foul, but didn't. Lashy with good, solid defense. Griffin to the other end. He rims around, toilet bowl out. Then Griffin chases down the rebound on the right wing. He'll go right at Jarman. Euro step across. He's stuffed. Gets it back, kicks it to the corner, and the three-pointer rims around and pops out. And Jarman pulls down, or pulls in the rebound. South Summit had 2 baskets, 2 balls that were about 3/4 the way down and rolled around and out. Cook out on the right wing, bounces into Clark. He hesitates, gives a ball fake, shoots short, and then Griffin pulls it down. Calder strips it away, but his foot is on the baseline. He stares down the ref to make sure that's not called as a foul, which it was not. But his heel was on the baseline out of bounds when he stripped that ball away. And that's a good call by the official. 38 all, 3:07 left to go in this in this third quarter. Brought to you by Epic Recreation. And South Summit with it. They go inside. Bruce Mitchell blocked from behind by Calder, blocked from in front by Jarman, but somebody fouled him. And it was Calder from the backside. Puts Bruce Mitchell on the free throw line. Mitchell has yet to shoot any free throws in this game and will look to put his team on top. Mitchell's first, well short, front of the iron. And Mitchell will have a second. He's got 4 points in the game. He's a big boy, 6'5", 265. Probably cut a few pounds from football season. His second free throw, too strong, back of the iron. Jarman tips the rebound out and back in front of himself and then tracks it down. His third rebound of the quarter, 8th of the game. So Mitchell goes 0 for 2 at the line. Anderson out on the left wing. Jarman gets it from Smith. He'll kick it back to Jarrett at the free throw line. Dish off to Calder in the right wing. Looking inside, bounces for Weston. Mitchell knocks it away from him out of bounds. Everybody had started to head up court, and the official might have just thought, well, instead of calling the foul, I'll give it to Rich, because it did look like it was off of Weston, but like there should have been a foul on Mitchell. Calder bounces into Jarman, dribbles once to his right, looks for a shot, and Mitchell is there. Good defense. Smith dribbles right all the way under the basket, lobs it to Calder. Up top, Anderson dishes back to Cameron. Around the top of the arc, Rebels attacking right to left. Ball pops out. Cameron goes to the hoop. He's tripped and goes to the floor. Ball comes loose. It's picked up. Pass to the other end, and the layup is good for Cale Atkinson with his first bucket of the day. South Summit back on top by 2, 40-38. Smith slowly across the timeline, guarded by Danzy. Aaron dribbles with his right, to his right, then back left. Picks up the dribble, got to find somebody. Now does find Weston. Porter dribbles with the left hand. Turns, thought about the three, then dishes back to Aaron on the left wing. Smith dribbles right, double team comes out. He's looking but can't find anybody. Now goes back door to a cutting Cameron Calder, who goes strong to the hoop, but he's swatted away by Ryan Griffin. Griffin came over on the help defense and swatted that one out. Here's a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play for Calder. Cameron looking in from the left side of the hoop. Now he's got to lob it out high. Goes to Aaron Smith at near the timeline. Aaron lost his footing, but heads up to put the ball on the floor and start the dribble. Pick and roll, goes to Jarman, top of the key. Nick thought about the three. Cam probably thinking, shoot that thing. But Nick passes up and gives to Calder. Cameron bounces to Aaron Smith. It goes back court, and Aaron just touches it to avoid South Summit getting a free or easy fast break opportunity. So the Rebels turn it over as South Summit's defense, the perimeter defense, really was coming out high, and Rich was not ready for it. Rich looking a little bit lazy here in this third quarter offensively. 1:15 left in the third, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Top of the key, Mitchell thought about the three, then drives, and it looked like he traveled as he came down before the pass, but dished it off to Griffin, who misses the shot, gets his own rebound, fires inside to Worthen, ball stripped away out of bounds, and we'll go right back to South Summit. That was a lot of hang time for that big boy in the lane, Bruce Mitchell. Atkinson Looking in, goes up the left wing. Griffin directs a little traffic and dribbles. Now fakes a pass inside for Mitchell, but can't find it to him. Weston battling for position. Mitchell across the lane just hucks it up there and hits the front of the rim, but it rolls up over the top. Just used his strength to push that one up and in. 42-38. Rebels go up to the right wing. Calder gives to Weston at the free throw line. Porter dribbles to his left, back right, goes up strong. He's stuffed but fouled. The fans of South Summit don't like it, but you could hear the slap on the arm. And Weston will go to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. And it was Bruce Mitchell who hit him from behind, is what the official just said. So Griffin had the clean block on top, but Mitchell got him from behind. Here's Weston at the free throw line, misses off the left side of the iron. And Weston this season has struggled, just 1 of 7 from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Has another one coming. Crouches down, comes up and misses again, rims around and pops out. 42-38. Up court, the Wildcats push it. Rebels knock it loose, but Calder on the baseline as he tried to save it back to a teammate. Wildcats inbound from the baseline. Atkinson looking to get it in. Rebels a little slow offensively in this fourth quarter, or third quarter rather. Worthen for 3 from the right corner. Nothing but net for Justin Worthen, his second 3 of the quarter. And it's 45-38. I talked about how Rich had been outscoring their opponents in the third quarter. South Summit has turned the tables. Anderson goes to Jarman inside. He'll back in on Mitchell, then go up, fade away short. Calder with the offensive rebound. He's hacked, ball comes loose, and then he fouls Danzy trying to get it back, and he's frustrated. You can understand the frustration as he had that offensive rebound, couldn't get a shot off, and it looked like he was fouled. 3 seconds left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Danzy doesn't realize it, gives to Griffin, whose shot is blocked by Calder at the buzzer. Calder comes in and stuffs it. And at the end of 3, Rich trails by 7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And will that be the end of the quarter? It will. Both teams were out arguing something I missed. We'll be back on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
Well, I don't think we've had any jump balls yet in this game. If we had one, it would be brought to you by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. 45-38, Rebels were outscored 16-7 in that Epic Recreation third quarter. Aaron Smith hounded by Danzy as he crosses the timeline, gives to Cook out on the right wing. Jordan tries to drive, and he's fouled on the floor as he headed toward the basket. Jared Danzy picks up his first personal. Not a lot of fouls in this game for his been a fairly physical contest. Smith to Cook, top of the key. He's guarded by Worthen, gives to Jarman, free throw line jumper short, rebound Mitchell. Danzy. Mitchell from South Summit got the rebound, gives to Danzy. Griffin across the lane, kicks it to Worthen in the corner. He'll drive, dish, then back out to Danzy. Crossover dribble, and he gets some O's from the crowd, but it resulted in nothing as he kicked it back into the corner, and then Cale Atkinson will reset the offense. To Worthen on the left wing, drops it inside. Mitchell backing in, up strong, misses, tips his own rebound, can't get that to go, and it's tipped out to Jordan Cook, who dribbles off the foot of a Wildcat. Jarman goes back and picks it up for Rich. The Wildcat fans wanted that to be on the line and out of bounds to the Wildcats, but Rich maintains possession. Anderson in the corner, in some trouble, bounces out to Cook. 6:50 left to go in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. And an offensive foul on a moving screen is called against Porter Weston. And that'll give it back to South Summit, leading by 7. 6:48 left to go. Porter's second personal foul. Danzy, top of the key. Rebels stay in the man-to-man defense. It's been fairly effective. The Wildcats have averaged 60.5 points per game. They kick it left corner. Three-point shot drops for Worthen. He's feeling it. That's his third three in 3 attempts. And that's a 10-point lead. Coach Ashley Brown takes a timeout to talk about it. We'll take a timeout as well in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels down by 10 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Rebels have the basketball, trailing by 10. Jarman, Weston, Anderson, Smith, and Cook on the floor. As Rich looks for a basket. Danzy hounding Smith, just gets it in. Aaron dribbles to his right. Pick and roll with Jarman way out high there. Then give to Weston. Anderson on the left wing. He's cut off, and a foul by Atkinson, a blocking foul. He tried to beat Anderson to the baseline, and well, he blocked him. First personal foul against Atkinson. I got nobody in foul trouble. Several players with 1. Cameron Calder has 2. That's it. Anderson, a Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play, and goes into Jarman underneath. Nick turns, shoots, and hits. It's off the front of the rim, creeps over the top and in. And that's Jarman's first field goal since he had 16 points in the first quarter. He did hit 2 free throws in the third. 16 points in the first half, I should say. Griffin splits the D, goes strong, up with the left hand, got it. Good float in the lane by Ryan Griffin, who has 14, make it 15 points, and it's back to a 10-point lead for South Summit. Rebels, Aaron Smith from way outside. He was 3 for 3 before, 4 for 4 before that miss. It's off the back of the iron, and South Summit has the ball. Danzy gives to Atkinson out on the right wing. Kale up top, picked off by Jordan Cook on a pass. Cook picked off from behind, pokes it away from Atkinson, tries to argue that it went off of Atkinson's leg, but not going to get that call, and I don't think he should have. I've got South Summit with just 4 turnovers in the game. I've got Rich with 9. I told Cam Jarman earlier this year if the Rebels win a game with 15 or fewer, well, with fewer than 15 turnovers, I'd buy him a hamburger. I might be buying one tonight, as Rich is at 9 turnovers and taking care of the ball well. Lob backdoor, and Griffin lays it in. Rebels get a little bit lazy defensively, and Griffin with the alley-oop layup. Cook lobs it into Jarman. Nick backs in, kicks it back out to a cutting Cook. Jordan in the lane, floats it up and can't get it to go. Rebound on the floor. Worthen has it, and he'll dribble. Thought he dribbled once already. Should have been a double. Mitchell, left corner, fakes the shot, then fakes it again, drives past the D and lays it in. May need another timeout here. Coach Brown up off the bench, and is he going to ask for a timeout? Now he does. 54-40. South Summit has built that lead out to 14 here in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break and be back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
The Wildcats have outscored the Rebels 25-9 here in this second half, and Rich was on top 38-34. Since that point, 20-2, and Rich turns it over for a third time in the quarter, trying to pass it in the lane. Danzy heads up court. This second half this season, for the most part, has belonged to Rich, but in this game, it's belonged to South Summit. Cook strips the ball away from Wortham, but he's called for a foul, knocking it away from behind, and Cook will pick up a second personal. Again, Rebels were on top 38-34 after 2 free throws by Nick Jarman midway through the third quarter. Since that point, a 20-2 run by the Wildcats, and they're on top by 14 with just more than half of this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter remaining. Worthen at the free throw line. He was not in the act of shooting, I didn't think. But he hits the first free throw and has another coming. Cameron Calder checks back in. Rebels need some added energy, some increased intensity here in this final 4:26. Worthen will try to put his team up 16 and does. Drains the the free throw, 56-40, a 22-2 run for South Summit. Smith lobs it across. South Summit up by 16, running a full court or a half court trap with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go, trying to make sure Rich doesn't get back into it, just slowing him down really more than anything. Cook fires to Clark. He'll turn, shoot, and miss too strong off the glass. Danzy with the rebound, turns and heads up court. Gets away with a carry, gives left corner. Atkinson for 3, drains it, nothing but net for Cale Atkinson. And the lead is extended 59-40. Jarman underneath, fouled by Mitchell. No, a travel. So everything going South Summit's way down the stretch here, including the calls. Inbound, Rebels put on some full court press. South Summit breaks it. They go too strong off the glass. Mitchell tips it to himself again, and then he's fouled. He's 0 for 2 at the free throw line in this game, but well, the way things have gone here in the second half, I'd be surprised if he misses. 59-40. My goodness, what a run by South Summit. Rebels have just fallen asleep for the last 8 minutes. They were up 38-34, but since that point, it's been all South Summit. And of course, Mitchell hits the first free throw, nothing but net. His first 2 free throws, one was off the bottom of the front of the iron. The next one was off the heel of the basket, no good. And now he swishes it. Another free throw coming. Reagan Huffner and Kaysen Trineri to the scores table. They want to check in as South Summit leads by 20. Rich has managed just 9 points in the entire second half. Aaron Smith heads to the sideline. Nick Jarman done as well. Coach Brown saying this one's out of reach with 3:37 left to go. And Dusty Hatch told me earlier tonight that the Rebels are his kryptonite. He's found the immunity to kryptonite tonight. And it's a defensive effort that his team has given him in this second half. The Rebels also played pretty sluggish and I'd say a little bit lazy in this second half. Not very aggressive. And the pressure out on the perimeter has killed Rich. Again, here's the half-court trap. Long pass to Trineri across the timeline. Kaysen bounces to Cook. Jordan gives to Calder, or the Clark rather, at the free throw line. Fakes right, goes left, puts it up strong. And it's just the second field goal of the game for the Rebels, or of this fourth quarter. Atkinson just barely gets the pass away. 61-42. Rebels continue to press, and a blocking foul. Clark trying to draw the charge inside from Atkinson, and does. So the charge for Cale Atkinson, player control foul, his second personal of the game. That's a 15 foul against South Summit. 61-42, 3:06 left to go. They back out of that half-court trap, and Cook crosses the timeline. Cook, Trineri, Huffner, Calder, and Clark on the floor. Trineri way out high on the right wing. Bounces to Clark at the top. He'll pass across. Picked away by Lashy, and Cook comes up and blocks it from behind. The official, that looked like a clean block, but the official saw it another way. Well, Rebels coaches, I was just happened to be sitting close by as they were talking with an official last night who said, if you get a clean block first, then no matter what you do after that, it's not a foul. If that were true, that would not have been a foul. But it was, as Lashy hits the first and has another coming. Calder finished for the day. Griffin finished for the night as well. Griffin with 17 points in the game. Lashy's second free throw, front of the rim, creeps down through. He hits them both, 63-42. This one was close. In fact, Rich had a 4-point lead midway through the third, but South Summit has pulled away. It's been all Wildcats the rest of this game. Huffner looking to bounce it inside, gives it away. Bruce Mitchell turns, heads up court. Huffner tripped up. Mitchell goes to the hoop, misses badly, and it's over the top into the hands of Rydalch. Or to Grayjack, rather. Gives it left side. Lashy back to Mitchell at the free throw line. Kicks it across. Right side. Atkinson fires back into the middle. And Mitchell hits. That was a nice move by Mitchell to pass and then cut to the hoop. And it's 65-42. South Summit will take a timeout. Give each other some congratulations and probably send in a few subs. 65-42. Boy, this one really got away from Rich in this second half. Again, Rich with just 11 points in the second half so far, led by 2, 38-34, with just about midway through the third quarter, and since then it's been all Wildcats. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. This is the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Rebel fans down here in front of us probably can't really get them on the fan cam. But if you're looking for any kind of real estate in the Bear Lake area, visit bearlakerealty.com. Looks like all juniors out on the floor with Huffner, Anderson, Nelson, Landon Hunting, and Kaysen Trineri. Anderson dribbles to his right, looking inside on the pick and roll, doesn't have anybody. Instead gives to Trineri the three-point shot, a little short, bounces up over the top. Grayjack rebound up ahead, and now they go down inside, little give and go, and they finish by Gabriel Harry. 67-42. South Summit making this look like a blowout, and the final score certainly will indicate as such. Another lazy pass from Rich and an easy layup for Harry. Rebels with 5 turnovers in the first half. They've got 6 here in the fourth quarter alone. Rebel three-point basket, too strong, back of the iron. Grayjack with the rebound for South Summit. Got Rich going to finish right about 13, maybe 14 turnovers. Trineri picks one off. A stationing Randolph steal, and going to the other end, Landon Hunting is fouled. And we'll go to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line for 2 shots. It was Harry, I believe, with the foul. Just a 6th team foul, and this has been an interesting game. We've had some good physicality. We've had a lot of strong, hard play, but not a lot of fouls called. Hunting's free throw, front of the rim, back there, and pops out, no good. Hunting this season in varsity play was 2 for 2 before that Bear Lake Realty free throw miss. Rebel girls tonight in action at Grace. We'll be unable to cover that game. Second free throw is up and in for Hunting. It's nothing but net. And that's just the 5th point of the quarter for this Rebel offense. They have struggled. And a big part of it is turnovers. A big part of it is South Summit's intensified defense. They go down inside, throw it away, and of course a whistle comes to give it back to South Summit. 57 seconds left to go. The Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Our broadcast tonight is also brought to you in part by Stotts Equipment in Preston. Whether you're looking for farm equipment or homeowner models, remember nothing runs like a Deere. And they've got the best in John Deere at Stotts Equipment in Preston. 208-852-3660. Rebels get a takeaway, then give it right back as they pushed a little too fast up court. Hunting a high pass for Trineri. If Jarman was in there, he probably would have gotten to it, but Kaysen vertically challenged compared to Nick Jarman. 69-43. South Summit with a dominant lead. Rebels, similar to the JV game, Rebels were within 7 with 1:30 left in the game, and South Summit pulled away for a 14-point win. Wildcats work it around. Lashy out to the left wing, 30 seconds to go. Freshman game, it was all South Summit from start to finish, 72-32, the win for the Wildcats. This is the low scoring output of the season for Rich, other than the 30 points they scored at Bear Lake. A pretty similar defensive team, and they'll just back out. Rebels will let this one run out and suffer just a 4th loss of the season. South Summit pays Rich back for a dominant win last year. Rich beat them at Rich 54-39. This year, the Wildcats beat the Rebels 69-43 on the Wildcats' home court. Rebels, last time they played here, lost in overtime. They lose this one tonight. Again, final score of 69-43. We'll have a real quick Sabey Trucking post-game show when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. This 4th quarter has been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care.
One of the greatest things about living in Randolph, Utah is the friendly folks that live and operate business there. This is especially true at J-Bar Auto on Main Street in Randolph. Serving customers for years, J-Bar Auto provides high-quality service at a fair price, including vehicles large and small, tractors, and other types of equipment. J-Bar Auto also sells quality tires.
We appreciate all of our customers. Call us anytime. We're happy to help.
J-Bar Auto, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. Stop in today.
Bear Lake's best information spot is Pugstone Sporting Goods, located at the 4-way stop in Garden City. Find out where the fish are biting, where the best scenic trails are, winter or summer, plus all the other information you need to have the best time ever at Bear Lake. You'll also find hunting and fishing supplies, boat equipment, life vests, clothing, beach toys, sunscreen, souvenirs, and more. Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City, Utah. At beautiful Bear Lake. Stop in today.
Back at South Summit High School in Camas, where the Rebels were on top. They had a 4-point lead midway through the 3rd quarter, but South Summit dominated the rest of the way. We'll tell you more about it right now on the post-game show, brought to you by Sabey Trucking and our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meat. That's Jimmy John's. Let's cap real quickly. Friday night, the Rebels hosted the Manila Mustangs in Region 22 play, and the girls started things off hot. They outscored Manila 22-3 in the first quarter and went on to win 58-29 in that ball game to improve to 2-0 in Region 22 play. Rebel boys started off a bit slow against the Mustangs, trailed by 4 at the half, but had a big 3rd quarter, outscoring Manila 14-3, and Rich went on to win and improve to 2-0 in the region with a 61-50 victory over Manila. Nick Jarman had 25 rebounds in the game. Aaron Smith, 21 points, and Rich again beat Manila Friday night 61-50. Then Saturday night, the Rebel girls, while the Rebel girls were at Grace, the Rebel boys took the short trip down to Camas and South Summit High School. It was a good first half. Rebels kept pace, in fact led 31-29 at the half. They had 16 points from Nick Jarman and 9 from Aaron Smith. Rich had a 4-point lead midway through the 3rd quarter at 38-34, but from that point on, it was all South Summit. Again, I mentioned 38-34. Rebels scored 5 points after that, and South Summit, well, 69 minus 34. That's 35 points. So Rich was outscored 35-5 down the stretch, and South Summit gets the win 69-43. Ended up being a dominant win for the Wildcats of 3A Utah. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. You're tuned into the Sabey Trucking post-game show. We've got to move quickly on our post-game show because I rode the bus with the team tonight, and they need to get headed on the road. So we'll do a quick Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game and Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you need to hire a semi, Saby Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Saby have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Saby Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Saby Trucking, 435-503-0454.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Saby Trucking post-game show. The Rebels outscored 35-5 from midway through the third quarter the rest of the way. Rich was up by 4 and ended with a 69-43 loss at South Summit. Real quickly, we'll have a Town of Laketown Rebel Sports update mentioned, and also the Laziest Ranching look ahead. But first, the shot of the game brought to you by Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. And that shot of the game we're going to give to Aaron Smith. Midway through the third, Rebels were down 34-33. Smith got a steal, step back 3 from the right wing, knocked it down. Aaron finished with 14 points, 4 pro physical therapy threes in the game, and there's your shot of the game. The play of the game, Cameron Calder, early in the second, a steal and went to the other end, was fouled on the shot, couldn't get the shot to go, but hit both free throws. That's your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. And the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. I hate to do it, but it's got to go to South Summit. The way they adjusted in that third quarter, Rich up by 4, 38-34. They intensified their perimeter pressure, and Rich, frankly, just couldn't handle it. South Summit outscored Rich 35-5 the rest of the way and won 69-43. So my apologies to the Randolph Country Store and Rich Rebel fans, but that was the biggest adjustment of the game that changed the outcome of the game. And it's brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Stay tuned. We'll have Saby Trucking postgame show continues. The Town of Laketown, or the Laziest Ranching look ahead. Also, normally we'd have the Town of Laketown Rebel Sports update with Sydney Muirbrook would be our interview tonight. We talked with her, and I played that interview last night. The team bus is getting ready to hit the road, and I've got to hurry and wrap up my postgame show, get packed up, and don't want to miss the bus. If my son misses the bus in the mornings, he gets no TV the rest of the day. I want to see some TV tonight when I get home, so I'm not going to miss that bus. So we'll take a minute. We'll be right back on the Saby Trucking postgame show. And we'll be right back after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the Town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference. Founded in 1997, the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mound Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Back on the Saby Trucking Sports, the Saby Trucking post-game show. Again, normally we'd have your Rebel Sports update brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Wishing the Rebels good luck from Mayor Sim Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvy, and Delora White. But tonight, well, let me preface this real quickly. My vehicle broke down this morning, died. I couldn't get it fixed. I tried a couple of things, replaced a couple of things, but didn't get it working. And so rode the bus with the team. They're trying to get out the door, so I'll blame it on Coach Brown. He doesn't want to wait around for me, so we're going to have to skip our interview with our Rebel Sports update guest. If you're interested in hearing Sydney Muirbrook's interview, you can view it and listen to it. It was in the post game last night after the Rich versus Manila game. It's also, I believe, available on our website at mylocalradio.com. You can look for Coach's Corners and find that interview. So thank you to the town of Laketown on the Rebel Sports Update sponsor. Good luck from Mayor Sim Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Again, our final score, 69-43. One more quick break, and we'll wrap this thing up on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the fourth president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
69-43, South Summit with the dominant win over Rich. Rebels were ahead by 4 midway through the third, but were outscored 35-5 the rest of the way. Rebels dip with that loss to 10-4 overall. The Wildcats improved to 11-6, and they're on a 3-game winning streak. Welcome back to the Savvy Trucking post-game show. A quick look ahead at Rich County sports and activities brought to you by Laziest Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Looking ahead real quickly to, well, tonight we're going to leave this broadcast and probably jump just about right into Wyoming Cowboys game tonight. They're at Utah State in the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum in Logan. Tip-off, or pregame's at 6:30, so we'll go back to the music for a few minutes and then join the pregame show with Dave Walsh, Kevin McKinney at 6:30. Looking ahead to next week, parent-teacher conferences Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Wednesday, Cowboys and Cowgirls both in action at the girls at Nevada, the boys versus Nevada. Our next Rebel broadcast is Thursday, I believe. The Rebel girls will play host to the Westside Pirates, and our pregame will start at 6:30. Then Friday, the Rebel girls and boys are at Tabiona. A couple of big games there. Rebel wrestlers will be at the Bridgerland tournament. The Royal basketball teams are in action this week. Thursday versus Big Piney. Friday versus Lyman. And then also I should mention on Saturday, Rebel boys are at Mount Vernon. Rebel wrestlers are at the Lyman tournament. We'll have a duel with Lyman on Saturday. And then the Wyoming Cowboys and Cowgirls are back in action. The girls versus San Jose State. The boys at San Jose State. The men, I should say. And that does it for our look ahead, brought to you by the Laziest Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Again, our final score on tonight's Stacy's Repair scoreboard, South Summit running away with it, 69-43, the win over the Rich Rebels on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Join us again on Thursday night. That's our next broadcast, Thursday, January 25th. The Rebel girls hosting the Westside Pirates at Rich High School. Freshmen at 4, JV at 5:30. Our pregame starts at 6:30. That Thursday night right here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. For tonight's videographer, Drew Moldenauer, my producer, Kate Bolander, back in the studio. Make sure to stay tuned for Wyoming Cowboys basketball against the Aggies of Utah State. Our pregame starts at 6:30 tonight right here on KADQ. I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jay Kibbard, and production assistants Kate Bullender and A.J. Lamb. Big thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time Rich High takes the court, go Rebels!